Do you have anything that may protect us in this land of the dead?
Interesting choices of words, Mizr. Most of you already have your soul companion, your partner, your other. Several of you have already received your dormant item. Jorell, again for the second time. Neriah, that sword has been handed down through many, or has been passed through many hands to eventually land in yours. It has been sleeping until the right time. Tristan, I believe, sir, gifted something to you special. And Mizr, finally it is my time to party gift on the party and move them on their way. He, she, it. Gaia moves his hands. You hear a kind of strange, low frequency kind of rumble from behind you, from the portal that you all had just stepped through. And this suit of plate mail starts sort of hovering through and out of the strange shifting energy field and presents itself to you. And I'll show you a picture. Dun dun dun! Jerry's
You showed it to me as well.
yeah, well, you'd
I
already
never
seen
expected such a gift. I meant like a medallion of memory protection or something.
They don't make those.
Like a +1 armor ring.
Nice.
So yeah, it's very nature-oriented plate mail.
Love it.
Still has a horn.
A little less gay. That'll make Adam happy.
That piece over the head is kind of like almost like a hood. So like from a profile view, it kind of like your head would be here, and it's kind of like covered,
Nice.
coming up like almost like a cap up over it.
I am beyond thankful. I'm lost for words. Yeah. Thank you.
Welcome, Mizr. We brought you here as a cub to protect you and train you, to get you ready for this moment. I'm excited to present you with this armor. And I hope it will protect you and help you on your journey.
So, have you continued to call those who are born gifted with?
A lot has changed since your time, Jorell. We call some, not many. The Order of the Circle of Druids was established after your time. It is prominent and thriving on Brah. There is a organized hierarchy of druids, which we have found very useful on both sides. Both on Brah and here in the Feywild. And a lot of that is because of you and the others. It was a catalyst for change. We decided we needed to organize. In the past, we always felt like everyone should be drawn how they were drawn and nature should just take its course. But strength and unity. So we create the circles. The circles work as different tiers of organization throughout Brah, and only the highest tiered circles are gained access to the Feywild and readied access to myself and other Archfey. Trying to limit the exposure, we have separated ourselves from the material plane and separated, segmented, I suppose you could say. Part of me is shamed by this, but it has kept my people safe. We have not had any more incidents anywhere near that of the Blight Tree. So, all is well, I suppose. Much has changed. As have you, Jorell. You have changed. Significantly, I would say.
It's really a wrong direction, I feel.
I would agree.
I would ask if there was a way that you could restore my former power.
It's atrophied. There's not much you can do except stretch the muscles. Use the power, it'll come back.
While they're talking, I'm gonna start switching on the armor. It'll take some time, so.
I would like a token from you so that I may call upon some of these druids to aid us.
Do that.
These circles are meant to watch over Wrath and the feywild as well. And this situation is something that they should be directly involved in.
The circle's standard principles, I suppose, would be the term is neutrality. We try not to choose sides. We try to be, or they try to be, as neutral as possible. Their primary mission is to maintain not just neutrality, but also, nature, protect protect those that can't be protected. And though I don't disagree with the idea that they should be more involved in what is happening, 3,000 years has watered down the idealistic principles, so sometimes the cup needs to be refilled, I suppose you could say. It went from them maintaining a balance of wrath to them maintaining a balance, or maybe even less of a balance, to more of a status quo. The regional circles maintain their region and make sure that wildlife is maintained, and nature, as few trees as need be are cut down for mankind to maintain itself. The continent-based circles oversee the regional, the world circle oversees those, and so on and so forth. So perhaps it is time that they renew their vows to what is best.
Right, as you said, there's the cycle of nature, the cycle of the earth, the cycle of the dragons is all interwoven together. And if they turn their eye to the cycle of dragons, then they turn their eye to any cycle that continues wrath moving.
This is true.
Darkness wins every battle that light collides to enter.
Also true. Now, also, not all of them are aware of the situation. Again, this is normally something that's done in the shadows, not something that normally man nor elf or anyone really has any bearing or effect on. This is part of the circle of, this is part of the shifting tides of the world of wrath. Only now that Clovis has inserted himself has it ever needed any assistance. And of course, because Clovis has inserted himself, then others need to insert to correct the course. He has dammed the river, and therefore we need to undam the river or help the river redirect so we can get to the ocean. But I cannot fault the circles for not intervening when most circles don't know the situation, and others still have their own matters they're trying to attend to. If you want to try to involve them, by all means, that is your choice.
Well, it's not just that. It is even more apparent that my name might be recognized among them. My authority may not. Yours will.
True. Many know your name. Your name is source of inspiration for many druids, as we have written the story. But it's a token from me. I don't know of let me think on that. I will present you with something before you're all done here. I'm trying to think on something that would be recognized by all the circles. I could give you a permission slip, but nobody knows my handwriting.
I'll pass.
I will think of something before you are done here. All right, we're done here.
Damn!
It's kind of one of those things. Well, it's like, it's like. I assumed this would carry much weight, but it seems time has changed how things are viewed.
People forget.
Oh, dude, you still have one of those?
It's a collector's item.
You have a subway token? We just used a freaking movie pass.
Can you send us to the key?
I could get you close.
No, I mean like right in the room. Like, what? Yoink! Done. Ha!
No.
I told us.
I can't even get you inside the kingdom of the dead. Or as we have wars against them, they have wars against us.
You speak of the prophecy of the Darkhounds. Is the history of the prophecy written down anywhere?
Most of it was inscribed in the walls of the Temple of the Golden Guild that you were in.
Damn it.
The Golden Dragontail Guild has most of the written history of the prophecy. There are different types of prophecies. There are some that are foreseen, and there are some that are forged. This is one that has been centuries in the making. It's taken a lot of effort by a lot of different entities over the course of millennia to put this in motion. Here we are. You are the failsafe. It's shorter.
The nymph in the back snickers.
It's shorter and shaggy.
Oh, he's cute.
Neriah, how fare you? You've come a long way.
Have you seen this guy?
Intimidate.
I'm in a strange land, but I'm with friends.
You are with friends. And of all the Darkhounds, you are the one that's made the most progress, I see, with your other. Though Mizr has done a fine job as well.
Still working out a few kinks. Cutscene to Zachariah fixing the door.
Alna's taken to you well, and you've taken to Alna well.
Yes.
Mizr. We feared Mizr might be reluctant to embrace his other, but he seems to have done so with vim and vigor. Slinky this way. Slinky this way. Slinky that way. Tristan, we've
Have you met Remove Curse?
seen that you have been most resistant to your other. Torturing it, in fact. Poor thing.
We have come to an agreement.
That's good to hear.
He wants what he wants. I have what I want. Together, we seek to make them reality.
I think it's important that you all know something about your others. You've all been focusing on the premise that they are devil-born. Well, that's how you've seen it. And it's not wrong. Not in its entirety. But they're much more than that. Though entwined with your soul, they are not ever going to invade or leech off of or harm your souls. That is important for you to know. They have grown around it, like some trees grow around others, but never hurting the base. Also in Tristan's case specifically, but a little bit with all of you, your soul is completely insulated. That was part of the situation with CERN when she brought you all back. She protected you and made sure that the others couldn't ever cause harm, whether intentional or not. So, you can thank her for that. But also, they are not just entities, or I should not things. They are not just devil entities. They are their own selves. They are entities, period. Not evil, not malicious, no ill intent. They were born from a fragment of a devil's soul, that is true. And forgive the analogy, but sometimes children are born of evil situations. That does not make the child evil in themselves. And this is a similar situation where something evil happened and something evil violated you, so to speak. But the ending result, what is now happening, your others are not malicious in intent. They are not devil entities. When the guild was attempting to purge you of these soul shards that were embedded in you, they merged with the items that had been gifted to you. They were like energies. And they did a fair job, considering the situation. They were able to, again, strip the maliciousness and the evil intent, though their intent was to strip the soul shard in itself completely away from you. Though they were unsuccessful in that, they were able to completely strip the evil demonic energies from the soul shards.
That did not seem to be the case in the situation of our friend Ascot. Do you know how he fares?
Well, they were unsuccessful with him, and he accepted the deal. The difference is you all denied
So he still
the
lives.
deal. He accepted the deal. So his is not a side effect of the situation. His is choice. Exactly. So
Is there any way to save him?
That is an interesting question. I cannot say yes with any amount of certainty, but I cannot say no with any amount of certainty. That is really up to him and how things proceed. I wish I had an answer. I wish I had a cure. I wish I knew I could tell you how to fix him. But I don't know of any specific path other than to, I suppose, it's always possible if you were to find the archfiend that resided over Asura. Perhaps the concept of killing a vampire's master, killing the slave of the vampire might play into this sort of situation.
Nothing
But
on
I
the
don't
list.
think that hunting down an archfiend right now is probably on your list of things to do, nor should it be.
As Neriah adds it to her list of things to do.
Like, if you successfully deal with Clovis, then I will gladly move you down onto the archfiend path.
Got a whole lot of revenges going
It's
on.
really good.
We should call ourselves.
Well, it was forged for you, sir.
Neriah's
Course, my
shitless, by the way.
This is the list of the shit. This is how things are going down.
Yeah, Jorell will actually ask something.
Okay.
It's like, so, what of the souls that passed into the heavens before the stars fell?
What of the souls that passed to the heavens before the stars fell? Is that what you asked?
Mm-hmm.
They were received by their respective gods until the stars fell. Brought into the outer planes for them to reside.
Yes, and then after.
And then after, they still go to their respective outer planes. Cern has done her best to maintain the status quo, though she's not as powerful. Cannot grant gifts as powerful as resurrection on a regular basis. It takes a lot out of her to bring back the few she's brought back.
No, particularly I'm asking, what about those who passed before the war?
They're all like the mortals that have passed. They're all in their respective outer planes. Still, yes.
That's all I needed to know, thank you.
Okay.
Your generosity was unlike anything I expected. Thank you for all the information, the gifts, and the faith you seem to have in us.
You're very welcome, Mizr.
You're as cool as they said you would be. I knew that Kaylana person didn't really know you.
Wait. You spoke with
You know that bitch?
No.
I don't know what you're
I
talking
meant
about.
Raylana.
Gaia will go over and shake each of your hands. When he shakes Jorell's hand, Jorell has this sort of this maple leaf kind of glow on his hand and then disappear. There. You can present that to the others. I said maple leaf, I meant oak leaf. I'm sorry. The oak leaf.
You're gonna do what Gaia says, eh? We're really gonna be just a bunch of hosers.
Where would you like me to send you off to?
I say as close to the land of the dead as we can get.
I'll look at my staff. Somewhere close, but with a lot of nice thick hard trees.
Well, how about I get you quite close, but safe? Plus, I believe Neriah has business there. It is the safest place on the western coast of Merizian. Also, there's someone that I believe Tristan will want to meet there, who will also be informative for all of you, for he is quite the hunter of the undead. His name, he is known as the Prophet of Cern. Bruce Bulworth is currently at the Blade Adventurers Guild of Lowwater.
Is that from the boards, the Song of Bruce, or?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
One of the
I
one
did
of
read
the
all
few
that.
miracles that Cern has worked was resurrecting him after he died in the Contagion Plague.
I remember the board story for that. I only read that one once.
Why isn't it working? I'm trying to zoom in.
So, without further ado, if you enter back through the portal, it will take you to Lowwater. I send you there for a variety of reasons. I believe Neriah has business there. Tristan will want to speak with Bruce. Bruce will be able to be of benefit to you all, but also Lowwater is
Or it's come up high in ability.
Am I from the Frostwood?
You wanted to be I was saying the Shimmering Forest, because you said like the northern forest there or whatever. Plus you're like the polar bear, and that's like the wintry forest kind of thing, you know.
But it is on the Isle of Greyland. That's where I'm originally from.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, no.
I don't know if Mizr knows that.
I don't think he would.
But Lowwater was actually mostly burned down to the ground and rebuilt by elves. Rebuilt with the assistance of druids and elves, even though it's a human city. So it's sort of like, that's why it's kind of become like the unofficial capital. Is one, it's sort of like a beacon of like the races coming together, at least in this area, which is also like geographically like the furthest place from like the human capital on this continent. So like it helps that they don't have as much influence. And also the way that it was rebuilt was during the Contagion Plague, so it was very well fortified. So like while all these Zeeks were kind of ravaging the island, this was the safest place. As you are all about to step through the portal, and Gaia sort of waves you all off. I wish you well. My best to you all. I have faith in you. You can do this. Stay the course.
You can do it!
Generic inspirational.
Before we go, I have one last request that I was not going to burden you with and perhaps talk to some of your guards too, but is there any way I could get a message to Alnud and tell him that I am in fact safe? I was pulled from him in a way that I'm sure left him worried.
Sorry. Yes, he was quite concerned when you disappeared on him, but we have already spoken with him and let him know of the situation.
Thank you. Again, thank you.
You're very well. Very well. Very well. You're very well.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Neriah, have faith. All will be right. There is a path for us all, and yours will lead you to exactly where you want to go.
It's a visa. It's everywhere you want to be.
Yeah, that's right. Everywhere you want to be. Anyone else have any last second thing before they go through the portal?
Nope.
Dun, dun,
I'll wait until after the portal.
And portal.
Portal!
We see a dark, unwelcoming room. In the background, chained to a wall, Roger. The sound of metal moving and scraping against itself waxes and wanes with the sound of heavy footsteps that echo through the chamber. We see a tainted, golden armored foot step into view. We follow the ankle, up the leg, leading across the torso. We hold on the amulet that dangles loosely around the figure's neck for just a moment. The amulet gleams with an unnatural light. Pulling back, we begin to see the full form of the figure, adorning ancient golden plate mail, tainted and corroded by age, countless battles, and the very presence of its wearer. Finally, we see the figure in its entirety with its burning red, fiery eyes that feel all-consuming, yet hollow and empty. We see Clovis. Clovis stops in front of Roger. Together, we will do great things, little dragonborn. Roger looks up weakly at Clovis. His eyes are beaten and weary. His lips part and tremble, but no words leave his mouth. We see Roger's chained hands twitch and move strangely, then motion towards Clovis. The shackles around Roger's wrists begin to glow with previously invisible runes, and the restrained dragonborn begins to writhe in pain. You'd think you have learned by now, but I do admire your determination. Take all the time you need. I can wait. Eventually you will come around, and we can begin our work. We see a growing shadow consume the light around the walls and hallway behind Clovis. Clovis lowers and tilts his head towards the growing shadow, before a voice emanates from the darkness.
Sir, the Colossus has been destroyed.
What? How?
The Copper Champion and
how did he get his hands on it? It should be guarding the sanctuary.
Sir, our reports show that you dispatched the Colossus to Typhera to intercept Jorell and his associates.
Jorell. He's no threat. Just a delusional relic of my past life. That does give me an idea.
Sir?
What?
The Colossus, sir.
Yes. Look into the matter yourself and report back to me.
At once, sir.
The shadows begin to recede. That does sound fun. They have gotten a little too big for their britches. Yes, I think it's time. Wait. The shadows halt.
Sir?
Task a few of your spies instead. I have other plans for you.
Understood.
You're going to go put down some dogs.